Sure. Today, I'll be sharing on what is Dharma practice. Dharma practice is our reliance on the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to give us the way out of samsara. In this day and age, we are brought up in an environment of constant need to fulfill our senses, our desires, our wants. Every day we turn on the radio, the TV, the computer, the handphone. We drive past billboards, read a newspaper, and we are being bombarded by advertisements. We are being told what we need. We are being told what we should have to be happy. Our parents, in wishing the best for us, pushes us to excel in our study, to get the best job, to be famous, to find a partner, to get married, and to have that perfect family. On a daily basis, we go through a roller coasters of emotions that bring us high and the next brings us down. We are met with anger, jealousy, love, hate, kindness, and all sorts of emotions that will leave us feeling emotionally drained at the end of the day. Then we start questioning, is there more to it than this? Do I need to find peace, before we die? Can we find peace? Well, in Buddhism, death is not the one that will bring us peace, because we'll get reincarnated into the next life. And what you do in this life will affect your next life and the next life and so forth. So, in other words, that's what karma does. That's the karma. And tomorrow I'll be doing a topic on karma. So today I won't go into it. So peace. Many are seeking this peace and trying all sorts of ways to achieve it. Some will go traveling around the world. Yes, maybe we can escape that, our mundane life, for a short while. But soon you'll be back, and maybe you'll be even more stressed from all the traveling. And so where is peace, the peace that we seek? In the end, we get stressed, we get depressed, and we feel empty. Even people who are at the height of their careers get burnt out, especially those who are in the entertaining industries, like River Phoenix, Whitney Houston, Leslie Chong, Anthony Bourdain. They all sought alternatives to their state of sufferings. Well, in 2,500 years ago, a prince gave up his status, his wealth, his family, and his attachment to find a way to real peace of mind. He found that we need to seek within, and found the path that we should take to reach there, the peace from within. His name is Buddha. He had gained enlightenment through 3 aeons of virtuous practice, 3 aeons of compassion, and taught 84,000 ways to suit all sorts of people, be they Sangha, or with vows, or lay people who just wish to practice within their current situation. Buddha gave us the Dharma, methods to practice towards gaining the real peace of mind, enlightenment. Many had turned to Buddhism to find the answers in Buddha's teachings. Some seek the way through meditation. Some attend Dharma classes. Some read Dharma books. All in their way seeking some form of answers to their sufferings. If you find that it speaks to you, then get involved more. Find a Dharma center. Find a Dharma group. Or find a guru. I would highly recommend that you seek out a spiritual guide, if possible. A guru who is able to explain the Dharma to your understanding and to guide you along the path that most suit your needs. Learn, practice, rely on a guru with faith and trust. See him as one with the Buddha. Why? Well, a real guru is only acting in his compassion to impart his wisdom that will help you and yourself to gain that realization of peace. So on our part, what is Dharma practice? Many think that Dharma is the prayer session, the volunteering at the Dharma center, the money contributions towards the Dharma center, the sharing of Dharma with others, or the offerings that we offer to the Buddhas and our Guru. Yes, those are good Dharma practices. But the real Dharma practice is when we apply our Guru's teachings, Buddha's teachings, towards understanding our causes of suffering, with the sincere wish to transform and to actually apply the teachings into our practice, in our everyday action, to transform. Then you expand to see those around you, who also wish to gain that peace that you wish. Then my Guru, His Eminence, the 25th Sam Tuku Rinpoche, had always expounded that the best Dharma practice is the transformation of our minds. To be that kinder person, to be that accepting person, to help absorb the pain of others, to always be beneficial to others in our every thoughts and actions. We are suffering. Why? Because we are locked in our ways, fearful of the unknown, fearful to change, sticking to our comfort zone, even when the answers that our Guru gives us is there, that just require us to change for the better. It is just that tweak in our thoughts, the way that we see things, the way that we do things. Example, knowing that we have some sickness, say maybe cancer or diabetes, we know that we should not take sugar or food that's high in certain sugar content, as it aggravates the situation. But due to our comfort in thinking that there is medication to counter, or not recognizing the dire condition, we continue our food intake as usual. It is just as we know that we are suffering, and that the Guru kindly gives us the solution, the way, and we don't bother with the practice, thinking that knowing is good enough. Another example is when we are at some cashier counter. The cashier is in a bad mood, unfriendly, very rude to us. We immediately react likewise. But have we ever stopped to think that maybe the cashier had a bad day, or maybe had some problems, or just really hate being in that position? If we practice, then we can change and realize that the cashier also wish to have the happiness that we seek. And in not knowing Dharma, they express out their unhappiness and all worries. So instead we can change. Maybe we can try to be extra nice, smile in spite of the cashier's rudeness, and then we can walk away knowing that we have tried. But who knows, maybe the cashier is a little bit happier that someone has took the effort to be nice to them. Did it cost you anything to be nice? No, not really, nothing. So real Dharma practice is to change the way our minds think, which we usually safeguard selfishly, our own happiness, our wants. It's a change to think of the other person. Each time we change our minds to think of the other person's happiness, we will soon lose the selfishness that keeps us locked in our self-made sufferings. Everything starts from our mind. So dwell in the goodness of seeing others as more important than ourselves, and be kinder to those who you think that harm you. Actually, when you think, from another angle, those that you think harmed you, they're actually being kind to you because they're providing the practice that you could take. Learning to be more patient, letting go, transforming your mind. After all, the ultimate motivation we set for Dharma actions to gain merits is to benefit all sentient beings. So you are practicing towards gaining enlightenment for all the people, whether it's your family, friends, strangers, or enemies. So with that, later I will post the links to Rinpoche's teachings in my Facebook so that you may visit Rinpoche's site to learn more. This is what I'm sharing today from what I've learned, and as such I will end it here now. So I'll take some questions. Okay. How, from Yi Yin Teo, how do we know if our guru is real? You can see from his actions and all the people that has benefited from his actions. He's only acting out of compassion, and everything is to benefit others. He's not interested in money, not interested in praise, that he's willing to sacrifice, even his name, just to help students learn. So, but according to the Lamrim, we're supposed to check out the guru's actions, to be certain before you take on the guru. So once you take on, do not give up. Okay, a question from Joy. How has Dharma helped you? What are some of the changes you observe about yourself? Actually, last time I used to be very closed up, and I used to not go out and meet people because I would say that I'm kind of sensitive, and a lot of times I get hurt very easily, so I'll close up and I just stop going out to meet people. Then it's easier, within your own sphere, the sphere of space, that you do not have to put yourself in a position where you get hurt. So once I've listened to Rinpoche's teachings, joined the Dharma Center, so now I have a lot of friends who is my Dharma brothers and sisters, and I'm still learning I'm still practicing to overcome, and I have a lot of anger within too, because from growing up, that's a lot of experiences that I've went through, and as such, I'm putting Rinpoche's teachings into practice, and every day just being aware of the people around me, just trying not to be a burden in any ways that I may be, and trying to change. So it's a daily practice. And from Chris, how do you know that our mind had transformed? That one you'll definitely know, especially through the people that is around you, or the people, your loved ones. They would be the one who will experience the change in your mind, that they will wish to be with you more, because you bring happiness into their life, and you'll be there for them, and you'll be constantly thinking of how to help others rather than yourself, how to what will please you, what you want, and such things. So everything you'll be focusing out in helping others. So instead of spending that money on yourself, maybe you think, oh, how could I spend to help others? So from there you will be able to kind of judge how far you've gone. Okay. Is there any more questions? Okay, I don't see any more questions. So as such, I'll end the session today. And if there's any questions, I'll answer them in the Facebook comments. So right, a question from Abby. How do you contribute back to the Dharma, the kindness of your guru? There's lots of ways that we can contribute back. The most important would be to help in any way so that the guru's teachings will spread and benefit others. So whatever his wishes is, we should try our best to fulfill it. But most important, as our Guru said, transform our mind to be kinder to others, to help others. Okay, from Pastor Shin Tan. If we do not have a teacher, is there a way to practice the Dharma? Yes, you can. There is a lot nowadays on the internet. There's a lot of YouTube's teachings. There's Dharma books, and there's a lot of Dharma centers as well. So you can always just find the best will be finding a Dharma center, because then you'll have people to support you in your Dharma practice. And if there's any question that arise, they'll be able to help you. So that way you can also practice your Dharma. And since Dharma is actually your everyday life, so you can just practice it daily to be kinder. From Pastor Adeline, how Dharma impact you and your life? How did Dharma impact me? Okay. I would say that in my life, from a normal perspective, it would be a very full life, because career-wise, I'm doing quite well. For family-wise, we are getting along. We don't have a lot of quarrels, and we are quite close actually. And in other aspects, I don't miss any other aspects, because it's quite, I go traveling, I go restaurants to eat and all that. That's on a normal perspective. But the thing is, all the while, even in a crowded place, like maybe you're attending a party or anything, there's an emptiness that you feel, there must be something more, than this. And then at like funerals, because my dad passed away, and that brought to the question, what is beyond? And at that time, I was in another religion, and that does not provide the answer, because that religion stated that you believe in so and so, then you'll be, you gain salvation. But the thing is, my dad was not in that religion, and he has done good things in his life, so it's not fair that he would go straight to hell. So then I started exploring, and so since I've met with Kachara and Rinpoche and received the teachings, and Rinpoche has given a lot of answers, and what is left for me to do is actually really to put it into practice, to really transform my mind, to change and really be kinder and towards others. Okay, question from Chris Chong. What is your advice for a person who had been in Dharma for many years and still very little or no transformation? Well, the advice that we always receive is to learn to be grateful, learn gratitude. Because once you learn to be grateful, then you automatically wish to repay, well, most of the time. So gratitude is something that you really need to realize and meditate on, the gratitude of, especially of your guru, that he's spent so much time to teach and guide. So That will be the main thing. And from Pastor Adeline, since you have been in Dharma, how does it help you to transform the of mind? Please give us some examples. Okay, before joining Dharma, there's a lot of things that I would not venture into. I'll be always in my safety zone. So it's like from work, where I know everyone, and to my home. And from my home, maybe I'll go out shopping, where I do not need to know others or meet with other people. So it's always within my comfort zone. It's my family, my workplace, and my colleagues and all that. So since joining Dharma, it has opened me up to make more friends and to actually be helpful to others. And I'm also learning to be more accepting, to let go, of whatever that negative emotions there is, and to try to go beyond my comfort zone. So in that way, and still learning, still practicing. So every day I just have to overcome, and hopefully in time I'm able to be really that kind person that Rinpoche always wishes to be. And Yin Teo, how to learn to be grateful. I think gratefulness, you have to realize that somebody has gone out their way to do something for you. Then only you will be grateful. It's just like you can always think of yourself first. Maybe you think, what have I done for others? And then do you expect people to be grateful to? Is that something that people should be grateful for? So in that way, you should reverse it as well. It's like when people, especially when the Guru gives you the Dharma, he's giving you the way to be out of your suffering. So without the Guru, you may not be guided on it. You may be struggling, and then you just give up and see where you will end. So that way you must realize that the Guru has given you something precious, the answer, to be out of your suffering. And or your Dharma brothers and sisters, they are here to support us. Even though they are taking their time away to, if you need some answers, they will take the time away from what they need to do or what they want to do to help you and to give you the encouragement. So a lot of things that you should be grateful for, like the Dharma Center, somebody sponsored it, so that you can be here in comfort doing the Dharma work. Or even grateful to your parents because they gave birth to you, and so that you have this opportunity to be out of, to learn. There's a lot of things that you should really reflect on and to be grateful. Okay, is there any more questions? Don't worry, if there's any more questions, I'll answer them in the comment section. So for now, I will end this session with the completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjuk Senjo Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geyushi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Toni Towa Rinpoche, Mage Panam Geyushi, Ge Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Daso Jini Sapage Wadi, Dandan Rua Gunagam Padang, Jepa Jesu Nosan Trapai, Tamping Yumporin Dusa, Se Sho, Kewa Kunto Yandala Madan, Drame Jogi Panang Choche, Sadam Langi Yoten Razone, Doje Changi Ngapang Otuso, ge wadi yudoda lama sang yudro ne drewa chikya malupa de salago pashu choki kya posung kapa chosu nampa pewala ge kisama siwadang jungki malu sang washo dadam songi dusundan drewa songi latene ge walo santrapai tampa yuriba gyushi ni modele sendele ni migunyandele shi isentatu dele pel koncho songi jingilo koncho songi ngodruso koncho songi trasi sho jesu lama kusen raping ching nam ka trini cho chu ke padang lo sam tempe dro me sap songi dro e mun sa tak to ni gyushi gang we ra we ko we shin kam den pendan de wa ma liu bio we ne chen ren zi wan ten sing get so yi sha pe shi de ba du den gyushi hôm tôm bì ngọt rượu mà lupa đến để đó là sầu du số có đang đến pa long chọn nam kế pa số sự sụp tên sầu. Thank you. See you tomorrow.